It's your boy King Quarry here, King Quarry in the building. I just had to give my thoughts on whether I thought Knuckles was worth the subscription to Paramount Plus. I know there's a lot of, ways of watching this show, but I thought to myself, I wanted to be legit and support it. So if anyone else is like me and is wondering if it's worth it, I definitely would give this a listen. If you like this type of content from me, please give me a like, a sub, tell a friend, and hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you feel similarly to me, and or if I'm tripping, or whatever the case might be. I'm doing this all off the cuff. I did this a couple times with the script, but it just wasn't feeling right. So yeah, this is just me in my element. So I hope y'all enjoy. This is something different for me. So, first of all, I want to get into the subscription service, and I ranked the show off of the show and the subscription service off of three things. I ranked it off of the show quality, the story quality, and what you get for your money. I'm going to get into what you get for your money in case you do want to watch the show and you're like apprehensive about it. Also, they have a free trial, which is actually what I used. So you might have access to that. So feel free to give it a try. Yeah, for me, I feel like it's nice if you have a family who uses it, or if you're like really into nostalgia. For me, I feel like it might not be the streaming service for me. There was two tiers, like a $6 and a $10 tier. $10 tier came in with Showtime, and I've always wanted to try Showtime because there's things that people say is really good on there, but because I was just there for Knuckles, I ended up going with the cheaper option. But yeah, I mean, with that, I'm missing a big chunk of like what content is available, but that's just the choice I made. So for me, I felt like it was good. They have a really dope Nickelodeon section, cool Comedy Central, like BET, few other sections. It's kind of set up similarly to like Disney Plus, how they have like their hubs of like National Geographic, Star Wars, Marvel, etc. But yeah, for me, I felt like it was good if you're into like nostalgia, or if you have like kids that you want to watch old stuff with, or especially if you have little kids, because they have the Nick Jr. stuff as well. So there was like some really cool stuff there. As far as like other nerdy topics, we had like the Transformers collection and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection. But I will let you know that they were missing Transformers Animated, which is like one of my favorite shows out of the Transformers franchise. And they don't have the Netflix Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, because that is like a Netflix exclusive. But other than that, their collection was pretty impressive. But yeah, overall, I felt like now that I've watched the show, I don't know if it's something I'm going to keep. Now, let's get into the show quality. The show quality was pretty good, actually, as far as like when it came to like the filming and the CGI. All the little quills were in place, everything looked right. I didn't have any issue with that. So that was all grade A. It felt like I was just watching another part of the show. Obviously, with it only being 6 episodes, that's probably how they were able to maintain that with the budget. But I'm glad that they did that instead of like trying to overcommit and us having like a Knuckles that looks like he's out of a PS2 video game or something. So that being said, the story quality. Now, the story quality to me was really bad. And this is where I struggle. Like, I don't really think I can recommend the show because it's a Knuckles show, but really it's like Knuckles plus this Paul Blart Mall Cop style sidekick who's really the main character. And there's like so many times where like I was wondering, what is Knuckles doing while we're focusing on this other character by the name of Wade Whipple? And pretty much the story is just all focused around him trying to get into this bowling tournament so he can meet his father, who, well, I guess his illegitimate father. I guess that's probably how I could use that phrase. With his father like having abandoned him at a TJ Maxx and all this stuff. Also, there's a lot of product placement in the story, like from the Doritos, TJ Maxx, I feel like there's a couple other things I'm forgetting, but this happens when you go unscripted. But yeah, for me, I felt like there was quite a bit of product placement, and I know that this is a show like aimed at kids, so it was pretty predictable when it came to the story. So I'm about to get into some spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, feel free to stop the video here. But basically, the show is about this character named Wade Whipple, who's basically a Paul Blart mall cop, except instead of being a mall cop, he's an actual cop. And we see him trying to like reconcile with his family, see him like reconnect with his mother as he's on the run because it's like he gets a price on his head, and that bothered me throughout the film because all these bounty hunters like know where to find him, but the cops don't try to find him. Like, it's just kind of crazy to me. And then like he's in a televised bowling tournament later in the show, and nobody is checking for this dude like at all. No other bounty hunters, no cops, nothing. So we see him as he connects with his mom and his brat of a sister and all this stuff. But it's like, I just kept finding myself being like, I don't care about this. I was expecting like Knuckles to meet up with like Rouge, or I think that's how you pronounce her name, is Rouge instead of Rogue. And I thought that there would be like more of a concrete plot around his own storyline instead of him just kind of playing mascot to Wade Whipple's bowling family-based antics. Also, episode 4 was so annoying. I hate musicals. Like, some musicals can be okay, but being ambushed with a musical to teach Wade Whipple how to fight, and then him cutting off the ponytail of his ex-bowling partner / bounty hunter, like, that sentence in itself just sounds crazy to me. The whole thing. Oh yeah, also with like the opening, I forgot to put this at the beginning, but with the opening of him like losing his spot to this little girl, and she being all rude to him while he's trying to bowl and stuff. And I guess they were trying to get us to a point where like we would be like, oh, like I want to see him get his get back kind of thing. But I just didn't care. I was like, where's my little red friend? Where's Knuckles? What is Knuckles doing right now? That's what I found myself asking my screen or my TV every single time. So for me, I really can't recommend the show. For me, it was like a 4 out of 10. There are moments where like Knuckles does cool stuff. And like, I like the end fight because it reminded me of the video games where, you'd see Sonic or someone fighting in like a regular cityscape, fighting against some robot or supernatural enemy. And I always thought that was cool. So seeing him fight against the guy who wanted him in the first place was a cool fight. And seeing Kid Cudi come back with the other gun agent was cool. Seeing that they're still using like quill powered technology was also cool. But yeah, I really didn't care about any of the human characters. The only one I really liked was the mom. Other than that, I really didn't care about any of this. So yeah, for me, I don't think I can really recommend the show. For me, it was like a 4 out of 10 for the Knuckles parts. But like everything else was really predictable. And I know it's for kids as well as adults, but it just didn't entice me. I felt like they could have written a better show. And I might give that a try if people want to see me try to fix the show, because that is a video type that I want to try. So if y'all are interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, it's been your boy King Quarry, and I'm signing out. Peace.
You lose. Don't you want a rematch? Don't give up. Challenge again.